Hey, Renee.
Hey, handsome.
Can I get a beer?
Yep. What time is your hot date for tonight showing up?
Oh, that's not in the cards tonight. Although I could change my tune when my dad stands me up.
Bo stand you? Oh, come on. That sounds a little cynical for a sweetheart like you.
It's not cynical, it's just realistic. He's a busy man. Well, how much you want to make a bet? The phone's going to ring. I'm going to get a message from his office saying he can't make it tonight. Be some cop on the line saying there's a major crisis, crime's popping up all over the place, the commissioner is unavoidably detained.
Hey, how's it going, son?
Hey. How you doing?
Hey, Andy, if that's one of my clients, I have a right to talk to him, if you don't mind.
Not until he's done being booked, and you can talk to the nice lady later. Waldo, why don't you take him away? It's all yours.
All right, give the girl a gold badge, and she just turns into a tough cookie.
As long as this tough cookie can be in love.
Oh.
Look, I have a really romantic evening planned for Antonio and me, and you're not going to keep him doing research all night, are you?
What do you mean?
Well, he's working for you tonight, right, doing research?
No, the office is closed. As a matter of fact, Sergeant, excuse me, you're just the man I want to see.
Ooh, that smells good. Yes, it does. Ooh, look at this. Take my breath away. Boy, Reverend, did I ever tell you that your old man is one lucky guy?
We are going to have fun tonight.
Mm-hmm. Just the two of us.
Mm-hmm. I'll get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Grab your notepad and your traveling shoes. Duty calls.
What? We're about to lose all of the ground that we gained for the Benner if we don't act right now. Kevin is on his way over to scoop us with Carlo, and Carlo is upset. So you have to do a little damage control. Now.
Come on, Kevin, where are you? All right, Kevin, I'd never bloody night.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Hesser. You're not Mr. Hesser. What are you doing here?
Good evening. I'm one of Carlo Hess's associates.
Oh, are you now? Well, then why didn't the security desk tell you he's not in and I could come up and change the linens? What are you doing here?
My Lord in heaven. I'd recognize that love in your voice anywhere. It's Connie Clare, isn't it? Huh? Do you know my dad was from Connie Clare originally?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Kilkee.
Oh, right from the coast there.
You've been there.
Oh, have I been there? The lads and I would go down there. There's an old pub, the
Broken Lantern.
The Broken Lantern. That's it, you know it.
My uncle owns the Broken Lantern. Brian O'Toole.
Brian O'Toole's your uncle. Oh, God. Small world, isn't it?
You know him.
I know him, I do. You must be the lovely Kathleen, right? Gone to the States to seek her fortune.
Well, I'm not sure what fortune I found, but I'm still Kathleen. And you are?
Patrick. Patrick Thornhart. Look, I'm sorry. I know you have work to do. You go ahead. And I'm obviously way too early for my meeting with Carlo Hesser, so, you just go ahead. Don't mind me.
Well, yes, I do have to get it done soon. They're very strict here, you know.
Are they?
Oh, yes.
But they wouldn't mind me keeping you company, right, when you're working. I wouldn't slow you down or anything.
No? Come in. I'd like that.
Just get the lights.
Just don't disturb anything.
some of the guests are ever so finicky.
Oh, I understand. It's just nice to hear the Irish lilt again, that's all. We'll have a fine time, you and I. Fine time.
Sergeant, excuse me, are you to process my guy or what?
Nora.
Oh, this is a crazy zoo in here, of course. This is the week that I'm pro bono, and this is the week that every bad guy in Landview decides he wants to get caught.
Listen, you're sure Antonio's not doing some work for you tonight?
No, I told you the office is closed. Why?
I guess maybe I heard him wrong or something. Maybe he's doing some work at the law library.
Oh, well, maybe he is. I mean, he finished the project that I had him do for me, but he could be working for somebody else.
That's weird. You know, he sounded so sure about where he
You
was.
guys having a fight?
No. As a matter of fact, Antonio and I couldn't be better. I'm really happy.
Blair, you're not listening.
No, you're
Andrew
not
and I are
listening
on
to
our
me.
way out for dinner.
Cassie, I just told you that Kevin is on his way over to Carlos, and you know Kevin. He's going to come up with something, use it as an exclusive, and then we're going to end up naked in tomorrow's edition.
Andrew, will you take River upstairs? Read him a story so I can talk to Blair
Cassie,
for a
we've
minute.
got 45 minutes to the reservation.
I know. Just get him settled, and then we can take off, all right? Sweetie, good night. Mommy, we'll see you in the morning, okay? I'm sorry.
You know, Blair, we've been waiting a long time to have a little bit of... You know, I'll read him one story, okay? One story, big guy, and then Sally will take over, okay?
Look, Blair, if I can...
No, the little story, Cassie, you are responsible for this. You let Kevin steal your transcript and the banner. It ran the whole thing and made it sound like we've been hiding something. Now, Kevin is on his way over to Carlos right now. He's going to come up with something he's going to use against us and against Carlo. Come on. This is war. Kevin knows it. I know it. Carlo knows it. Well, how come you don't, huh?
How are your classes at school today?
Fine.
You're still a freshman. Oh. You know, I was really impressed when I saw your transcripts. I know I didn't say anything at the time, but I was really impressed. I hate to admit it, I didn't do all that well when I was in school.
No?
No. I think it takes a while just to figure out what you really want to do with your life, you know. Sometimes. I'm really bad at this. I'm not too good at small talk, you know.
Me neither.
Yeah. What about pool? Do you play pool?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, hello. Drew. Would you excuse me a second, please? Oh, I need to talk to you. Come here. Well, it's about Rachel. Now listen to me. I'm coming to you as a friend. I'm thinking about hiring a private investigator, sending him to New York. Got any thoughts on that? Well, you know, whatever you and Nora decide about doing that, that's fine with me. You know, I really, I can't think about it right now. I'm trying to make up for some lost time with my own son, Hank. You know? Oh, yeah, right. Not a bad idea. I tell you, man, you know, if Rachel were here, I wouldn't waste a minute. No worry. Go ahead. Thanks. Hey, sweetheart.
No, I don't like Kevin horning in it. It's supposed to be my exclusive.
Then you may as well get used to it, because Kevin has put himself right in the middle of everything.
You know, Blair, I really don't think that Carlo is going to give the Banner any serious information. I really don't. He hates them so much.
Excuse me, could we concentrate on the big picture here? Cassie, Carlo was very, very ticked off at you because you slipped and let Kevin get that into his
I did
hand.
not slip. Kevin stole that transcript.
All right, okay. It doesn't matter how it happened. What is important now is that Kevin has gotten momentum, and he is going to keep on going. And what we've got to do is we got to make sure that the sun stays on top. And that means, I'm sorry, but you have to go talk to Carlo.
Blair, I'm on my way out to
Hey, really, you don't have to stay very long. Just stay a few minutes. Just knock on the door, flash that gorgeous smile, and do a little damage control. All right? Because I can't afford to lose this one. What? Carlo hasn't closed any doors yet. He even hinted that he wanted to give this large gift to the university. A journalism building named after Todd. But he has to be sure that the Sun is going to give him a fair shake.
Blair, we've already given him more than a fair shake. You edited out his bragging how Buchanan's stock was going to fall, even before the tanker ran aground and the refinery burned.
No. He explained that. He said it was pure coincidence, all right? He said that even an astute businessman would be able to predict that the stock was going to drop. I mean, come on. I mean, even Asa, he cuts corners all the time, right?
So what? The point is...
No, the point is...
during...
You're my cousin. You're my top reporter. And I really need you. Please, look, you don't even have to stay very long. Not at all. Just enough to do a little damage control, please. I mean, just enough to make sure that Kevin doesn't have anything for the Banner. All right? Please.
Andrew, I've got to...
Cassie?
No, really. It won't take very long, I promise. 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. I'll drive right over. I'll stay a couple minutes, and then I'll drive right back, all right?
Do what you have to do.
Thank you. I promise.
Well, you know, actually, I need to get going myself.
You know, Blair, I've been wanting to talk to you, and it really feels like the perfect opportunity.
So you already got them racked up, huh? Yep. Let's flip see who breaks. Call it. Yes. Tails. I break.
Something tells me you're a real shark.
Oh, I don't know. I can play. How about you?
I'll play some. Maybe we'll be even.
Well, we'll see. get it back. You're up, kid.
Oh, finally. I don't know if I'm gonna give it my best here, Daddy. You're a tough act to follow.
Well, go for it. We got all night.
Yeah, well, if we do, it'll be the first.
Yeah, no, I can be, I can be pretty rough to get along with sometimes. I don't even know how Nora puts up with me.
Yeah, well, she's gone half the time anyway, right?
Yeah, she's busy. Did you get that stuff that I sent to the carriage house?
Yeah, thanks. I used your address. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no. What was it? It was your stuff from Atlanta?
Yeah, it was, you know, this guy that I was rooming with, he moved to Los Angeles, so I had him send up the stuff while it was worth anything. So here I am in school, thanks to you. I guess this is where I call home.
Glad.
Really?
Yeah. I know you have a hard time believing that, but, yeah. I'm really glad.
Thanks. Guess I should end this, huh?
Well, just like that, huh? Listen, look at this. Your cue ball is buried so deep that you're going to have to forfeit the rest of this game.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Thank you. We gotta eat.
Yeah, I know. I guess I'm just not that hungry. Look at Bo over there. Sure is happy. Boy, I tell you, if Rachel were here.
Honey, I really wish I had some secret powers so I could bring her home to you.
Yeah, I know. You know, you've been really great through all of this. You know, what's it been? 2 months, 2 years, 2 lifetimes.
Hey, gotta find her. Soon. She's just impulsive.
And what does that mean?
Just that, you know, she left on impulse, and someday she's gonna pick up the phone on impulse, saying, hey, Daddy, I'm in Llanview. Can we get together?
I always have that fantasy. The problem is, every time the phone rings, the bottom of my stomach just drops right out. Because I always think it might be a, I don't know, a morgue attendant calling to ask me to come down for a positive identification, or some doctor calling to tell me that Rachel's OD'd and come and pick up the body or they can ship it. Look, baby, come out. I'm sorry, all right? Look, I know we came here just to relax and unwind, but don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
At least we're together. We don't have that much time. Hey, I am so glad that you're able to tell me what's wrong, because I know you haven't been getting much sleep these days, and I worry.
Yeah. You know, I had a dream the other night.
About what?
Well, I was in this long, dark alley. You know, Rachel was at the other end. And no matter how hard and fast I ran, I could never get close enough to her. And, well, when I woke up, I realized why I was so scared. You see, I read why some people dream about going through long, dark tunnels.
Why?
Because they were dying.
Okay, Carlo, time for a little damage control.
So my student looked up to me with pity in her deep blue eyes, and she said, Mr. Thornhart, there's no money to be made with poetry.
My word, children nowadays, huh?
Aye.
It's all about money, isn't it?
Mm.
But you can't be touching anything, Patrick.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kathleen McKilkey. I just thought maybe there's some kind of calendar where I wrote my appointment down. I don't know why else it'd be this late.
You've not been giving me a load of blarney now, have you? You do know Mr. Hesser.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I swear. I swear on St. Patrick himself. Do you know what I think? He's probably down in the garage and just jabbing at the elevator, cursing it for being so slow.
Hello? Anybody there? Oh my God! Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my God! Oh my God! Kevin! No! No, Kevin! Kevin, can you hear me? Kevin, it's Kathy. Can you hear me? Kevin! Oh my God! Oh my God! Don't move! Don't move! Okay, I'm gonna call 911. Don't move!
The man's rights have been violated. Here, you have to release him now.
You're good, Nora. You've got to be kidding me. This gentleman here was found stealing a load of Gucci wallets.
Real Gucci? Never mind. It doesn't matter. He has rights. I am his attorney of record, and he needs help. Thanks, Fitzwater. Hey, Andy, no, seriously, I'm not fooling around now. You know, the man has rights, and one of his rights is to be read the Miranda at the time of arrest. You didn't do that, did you?
He was read his rights in both English and French, which happens to be his native tongue.
Is that why he just smiles at me when I talk to him? Bonjour.
Andy, Sergeant says you may want to handle this one because of the commissioner and everything.
Why? What's up?
Stabbing in the parking garage at Lambview Towers. Victim's name, Kevin Buchanan.
Oh, my God.
Kevin.
Dad?
Wallace, why don't you come with me, Nora?
Yeah, I'll call Bo. Go, go, go. Hurry, hurry.
Kevin, that was the ambulance. And they're going to be here in just a few minutes, okay? So, they're going to take you to the hospital. And, you're going to be okay, all right? So, you're going to be all right. So, oh, my God. You're so pale. You're so pale. There's nothing I can do. What?
What are you doing here?
Hey, you're the competition. You want the answer to that question? Then you're going to have to make it to the hospital, you hear me? Okay? I'm not going to tell you till you get to the hospital.
Real tough girl.
Yeah, I'm real tough. Kevin.
Hurt to breathe.
Kevin. All right. No, Kevin. Kevin! If you die on me, I'm going to consider that cheating. Kevin! Kevin!
Hank.
Whoa.
Hank.
Slow down. What's wrong with you?
Look, Kevin, Buchanan was attacked tonight, and I can't get a hold of Vicky or Clint, and I'm trying to find Bo. Have you seen Bo?
My son, the hustler.
Bo?
Hi,
Here
honey.
to go to the hospital.
Why? What happened?
Kevin, he was attacked in the garage at the Lambview Towers, and EMS is on their way to pick him up, and they're going to take him straight to the hospital. So we gotta
How did it happen? Who did that?
I don't know, sweetheart. He was stabbed. That's all I know. We've got to go to the hospital.
I don't even believe it. Come on, let's go. I'll drive. Let's go. All right. This doesn't make any sense.
No, Blair, I am not looking for trouble where there is none. I am saying that Cassie has gone through a lot of changes in the past few weeks.
And they're all bad.
And they began when she started working for you and the Sun.
And you didn't like that one bit.
That's right, Blair. I didn't like it.
Well, frankly, Reverend, I don't know what to say to you because your missus is turning into one top-flight reporter.
She always was.
And like it or not, I think she likes her job, and I think she's happier than she's ever been. And if that makes you unhappy,
I'm not
then I
talking
think
about the job.
you are the one that needs to make the adjustment, especially, well, your attitude when you start talking about her job. It's very, very transparent.
Blair, let's get one thing straight, all right? I don't have any desire at all to stand in the way of my wife's career. That's not the problem. The problem is the way you are using her.
What?
Carlo Hesser, he's a dangerous criminal. I mean, everybody knows it. You know it, but you don't care as long as Cassie's there writing Carlo's size that gets you bigger circulation, because the only thing you care about is the almighty dollar. So you got her out there like Carlo Hesser's PR person.
Oh, you are a bigger fool than I thought. If you would think that Cassie would let anybody use her like that.
That's what you're doing. That's the problem.
No, Andrew. You can continue to lie yourself all you want, but the real problem here is that Cassie is damn good. She's got real talent, real brains, real passion, and a real future. And she's never going to go back to being the good rector's wife. And that is what you just can't stand.
Kevin, you hang on there. You just hang on.
Hurry up! Hurry up! He's over here! He's over here!
Oh, my God. Kevin, the ambulance is here. They're going to take you to the hospital. You're going to be okay, okay? You're going to be okay. If you can hear me, know you're going to be okay.
Don't you dare give up on me, Buchanan! When I win my Pulitzer Prize, I want to see your jealous face in that front row. Do you hear me? Oh, God. Oh, God, Kevin. Oh, my God.
We got him, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
You know if he was wounded anywhere else?
No. But yes, he was in the back. He's got one in the back. Somebody stabbed him. Listen, he just passed out a couple minutes
You know
ago.
him well?
Yeah.
You know if he's on any medication?
No. I mean, I don't know.
How about any allergies? You have any allergies?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Landview ER, this is 21. We have a trauma red. Notify the trauma team. We have multiple penetrating stab wounds to the chest and back. Positive LOC, BP is.
Wait, over 40.
90 over 40.
136.
Heart rate 136. We're gonna need blood.
Oh, my God.
Detective, he's unconscious. Can you stay out of the way?
Cassie, did you see what happened? No. I was on my way to see Carlo Hester, and I just caught him blind. Did he say anything about who did this or why? No. He was just having trouble breathing. Okay. Wallace, let's get this entire area roped off. We need all the entrances and exits sealed, including the elevator. Nobody leaves this garage until I say so. Forensics are on their way. Is he okay? I didn't realize how much blood he lost. Look. Oh, Andy, he could die. He was just trying to cover a story, and he could die. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Blair, you know, part of me feels for you. It really does, because I know you haven't given a whole lot of thought to good and evil, the relationship in this life. But I'm telling you, the game you're playing with Carlo Hesser, you're in a league with the devil. And I don't know what it's going to take for you to hear that. You're riding on a tiger. It's a wild ride, yes, but in the end, it's just like the story. You're inside the beast.
And that would suit you just fine, wouldn't it, Reverend?
Frankly, couldn't care less. Don't take my wife along with you.
Oh, your wife. Just listen to you. You know, sometimes it just amazes me how little you respect Cassie.
You're wrong.
And for your information,
You're wrong.
I am not
So
leading
wrong.
her by the nose to do anything. She is writing this story. She's going to nail it down because it is a damn good story, and she is a good writer. And you're never going to catch on because you don't have one earthly idea how your wife ticks.
Hi, Cassie. What's the word?
Larry's in with him right now. They had a whole crisis team on him as soon as he got here, and they were screaming for a lot of blood. And he was really pale. God, but I think that they got him here just in time.
All right, I called from the car. I called the station. They said that you found him in the garage. Did he say who did this? Or
No,
why?
no. He was on his way to see Carlo Hesser, and somebody stabbed him.
Did Hesser know that he was coming over? Did he know he'd be in the garage?
I don't know. I really don't know. Larry, how is he?
He's conscious. We're still trying to get him stabilized. He was stabbed in the back and also in the chest. The blade penetrated one lung and it collapsed. Well, there's an awful lot of blood. We have managed to get that taken care of. Fortunately, we were able to auto-transfuse him with his own blood. Now, as soon as the lab work and the test results get back, well, we'll run him up to surgery and see if we can't repair that lung. All other vital organs seem to be fine, so barring complication, it looks like he's going to make it. Can I see him? Yeah, keep it short, though, okay? Got it.
I'm going to try and find him.
Yeah, I got to run up to
Vicky.
OR and supervise that. Hey. Larry just told me that he thinks you're going to be fine, so I guess you must have that Buchanan streak in you, too. Take more on a freight train. What do you need, buddy? Need some water or, what?
Sure.
What about Patrick?
Carlos.
Okay, just, no, hang in 1 minute, okay? What about Carlo and Patrick? Is Patrick at Carlo's? Is he at the Lambview Towers? Is that it?
All right. That's it. I'm finished. And that's if it's nice. If you like, we could go for a pint to the little place. Patrick? Hello? Patrick? He had such a lovely voice.
Carlo, where's that ring with that bloody rose on it?
It's nothing.
Pills and receipts. I might as well be bloody nobody. It says, would like to request that the Friend to Lambview Foundation consider the Boys Club. Your Friend to Lambview Foundation will remember the homeless in this time. It was right. So a bloody thing was a waste of time. Strange. Carlo Hesse's the yachtsman.
I told you to stay away from here.
For your information, Blair, I knew my wife was a great writer long before you did. And you know what that means to me?
That she's not going to be home to cook you dinner
It
tonight?
means, Blair, that sooner or later she's going to uncover the information that's going to show who and what Carlo Hesse really is.
Well, fine.
And when she does, she's going to be in danger. I can't let that happen.
Oh, you can. So what are you going to do, Andrew? Act like a stone man, drag her back to the cave, buy her hair, maybe chain her to the kitchen, dress her in a little Barbie's outfit so she can serve tea to the vestry ladies? I don't think so. My God. You know what? You've been so generous to me, giving information. Let me give you a little advice, all right? You mess this up for Cassie, and you may lose her for good, Andrew.
So now we know what this is all about. Is this what it's about, Blair? Because you tried to ruin Cassie and me before. It didn't work. Didn't work then, won't work now.
Have a lovely evening, Reverend.
You said 30 minutes, Cassie.
Messages all over for Vicky and Clint. Still no call back from them.
It seems strange.
Thirsty. I'm gonna go to the water fountain.
I'm just trying to get the story down, just the bare bones.
Yeah, I see.
And then I'll just send it off. Drew, I was there. I'm a reporter. This is what reporters do. I'm not a vulture. I'm not trying to feed off the tragedy, okay? Listen, I was shaking like a leaf when that ambulance finally got there.
Were you really?
Yes. But I held it together because I knew that's what Kevin needed. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to get it down because it's news, and then I will send it off, and then I will let myself feel. Could you at least please give me the benefit of the doubt?
See, listen, I'm admiring how you're handling this.
What?
I think it's great that you helped my cousin and that you're writing the story. Not some hack who could care less. I'm not coming down on you.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's just... Sometimes Andrew just sits there and looks at me and he doesn't say anything, and I think, oh my God, Andrew, I've got to call Andrew. Can I please call my husband right now?
Yes?
Yes.
Kevin's asking to see you. You can go in there, but don't be too long. You're about ready to take him up to OR.
I still haven't had a chance to reach Vicky and Clint.
Hey, when they call in, at least we'll be able to give him some good news.
So he's going to be okay, huh?
Well, if no complications pop up. I mean, he lost a lot of blood. I tell you, if Cassie hadn't found him when she did, I mean, another 20 minutes or so.
Hi.
If it isn't that cute girl reporter.
Always after a story, that one.
Just follow Kevin Buchanan. Glad you did. Show up. Also, I'm interfere with St. Peter now.
Oh, no, Kevin. I'd bet on the other direction. He'll probably have an interview with old Basil Bluff himself. Just don't trust anything he has to say, okay?
Sure. Sort of like Carlo Hesser. What would Larry say?
You're gonna be okay.
Promise?
Yeah, I promise. And if Larry were worried, he would have said something, okay? So just relax. And Nora's trying to get a hold of your parents.
Thanks. So, you figure out who did this to me yet?
What? You trying to scoop my story again?
Absolutely. They're forgetting something.
Sad.
My story.
Andy, we're going to want to move these cars out so we can check for the weapon.
Yeah, the perp probably took off with it.
Yeah, so you go after somebody else. Probably a junkie.
Yeah. Well, why don't you have Johnson go ahead and get the names off of these registrations?
Gotcha.
I'm going to go ahead and call the hospital and see how Kevin's doing. Well.
That's beautiful. Is it new?
No. My father gave it to me.
I trust you, okay? I just think that punk Kevin Buchanan needs to be taught a lesson about backing off.
What's up, Andy? You find something? Andy, it's the weapon.